going to show you how to read any key signature in just seconds by looking at it. So every key signature you're going to see is going to go from either 0 to 7 sharps or flats. 0 sharps or flats is easy, that's C major or A minor. To remember the order of the sharps, you can use this rhyme. Father, Christmas, gave, dad, an electric blanket. So you just use the first letter of each word, and then that is the note that you sharp. For the flats, you can use blanket explodes and dad gets cold feet. Or, I found out very recently, you can just do the sharp rhyme backwards. So now you can write out the sharps and flats, easy peasy. What if you see a piece of music and there's a key signature? How do you work that out? Here's how you do it. So, if it's sharps, you go up 1. If it's flats, you go back 1. Let me explain. So, as you can see in front of you, here is an example with just 3 sharps. So what you do to work out the major of this key signature is go to the very last sharp you see, so Father Christmas gave, so we've got G sharp there at the end. Go up 1, so the note above the G will be A. Then check the key signature to see if there's any sharps in that A, there isn't, so the key will be A major. As another example, G major's got 1 sharp, that sharp is F, so if you go up 1 note from F, you get to G. Here's an example with 2 flats. So what you do is you go to the last flat, so we have B flat and E flat is the last flat. Go back 1 and you get B flat, so the key is going to be B flat major. Here's an example with 6 flats. So blanket explodes and dad gets cold. So go back 1 and you get G flat. So the key signature is going to be G flat major. So for major flat keys, you might be thinking, well, what do I do if there's only 1 flat? There's nothing I can go back to. Well, the answer is you can either imagine what flat there would be before that one, F flat, or you can write out all 7 flats, and instead of going back 1, you're going to go right to the end. You'll notice there's an F flat. So the key will be F major. Take note, this is the only time, the only exception to the rule that you won't use the key signature to work out the key. So for 1 flat, it's probably easy just to remember that 1 flat is F major. Okie dokie. So I hope you understood that. Remember that it's going to be up for sharps and back for flats. I encourage you, before going on to the next section, just to make sure you absorb that information, because we're going to go into the minors next. And you could get a little bit confused if you don't first absorb the first bit. So maybe if you're doing this the first time, take a break from the video and make sure, or go back over what we've already done, make sure that you understand how to find the major for sharps and flats. So here we have a key with 4 sharps. So we're going to go to the very last one, Father Christmas gave dad. Going to go up 1 note, check the key signature to see if the E is sharp, it isn't, so the key is going to be E major. The minor, because every sharp key and every flat key has 2 options, right? It can either be the major or the relative minor. For instance, C major is the major version, A minor is the relative minor. Now, what we're going to do is count down a line and a space. And what we will find is the note is C. Check the key signature. We'll find that C is sharps in the key signature, so the key is going to be C sharp minor. Done. Okay, so here's the fun part. We need to work out whether a piece is in the major or in the minor. Here's an example with 4 flats. What we've got to do is look for clues. So the first thing we can do is, as before, work out the major. What could the major be? So we're going to go to the last flat, blanket explodes and dad, go back 1, so the major key would be A flat major. Now is it actually in A flat major? That's the question. So one way we can check whether it's in A flat major or not is to look at the starting bass note and the ending bass note. In this case, both of them aren't A flat, so that's a good indication that it isn't in A flat major. So we need to work out the minor next, so let's do the trick we learned before. So for A flat major, we're going to go down a line and a space. From A flat, that brings us down to F. So the relative minor in this case would be F minor with 4 flats. You'll notice that the very last bass note is F, but the starting bass note isn't F. So another trick we can do just to confirm is it actually in F minor is to check whether the leading note is raised. Now the leading note of F minor is going to be 1 below F, which is E. If you've done harmonics minor scales before, which I'm sure you have, you'll know that the 7th is raised. Now, it can be raised in any way available, so it could be a natural raise, it could be a sharp raise, or it could be a double sharp raised. In this case, you need to make sure that there's an E natural for it to be F minor. So looking through, we can indeed see that there are several E naturals in the piece, so therefore the key of this piece is going to be F minor. So that's it for this video. If you've got any tips or tricks of your own for working out the key signature, feel free to put them in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a like, thumbs up, and subscribe over here. And if you like this video, check out one of my other videos. I'll be making new videos every week about music and various things. Thanks for watching. Bye!